Escape the dungeon!
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your host and game master, and I am joined by three stellar players. Zach Brass.
Hello.
Dom Brass.
Oh, hello.
And a sweepy little baby, Nate Brass.
Do you guys ever just have one of those days where you're just like, man, I wish I was just a little bit into cocaine? Just hype me back up.
Each session, you threw me off there, Nate. Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Scum and Villainy, a Forged in the Dark game published by Evil Hat Productions. Nate, do you want to go deeper in that topic?
No, I'm good.
Do you need to get yourself a coffee?
No, I'm bad at sleeping when I have a coffee too late. And I've drank a lot of coffee today.
Coffee doesn't typically affect me too much, but a couple jobs ago, I worked at this place where once a week a candy truck, for lack of a better term, would come to the parking lot, and it was just had all kinds of snacks and candy and stuff that they would sell out of it. And they used to have chocolate covered espresso beans.
Oh,
and
that sounds so good.
They're great.
Sounds great.
And each week I would buy 2 or 3 bags of those, and I would just be constantly snacking on them throughout the day as I worked. And I eventually just had to stop doing that because I was getting so jittery. That really messed me up. But I don't want to talk about Nate's Coke habit or chocolate covered espresso
My
beans
wish
today.
for a Coke habit, thank you very much.
Guys, as we record this
podcast doesn't make enough money for you to have a Coke habit.
I know. One day. Come on, fans, please.
Support his drug habit or future drug habit.
My dreams.
oh my god. As we record this, we released our first episodes yesterday. That's crazy. This podcast actually exists now. It's out in the world. And
It's an actual podcast, not just us filming ourselves being weird.
And I can confidently say that this episode that we are recording right now is going to come out May 29th of 2024. And that's wild, because you know what this means is this is the first episode that's releasing after I get married. How do you guys think you had fun at the wedding?
Oh, I'm sure it was an absolute blast.
It was
honest.
a blast. I loved the tie color you chose. It really made your eyes pop.
I can't believe how drunk you got, Dom.
I was waiting for that. Okay, yeah, probably. I've been doing really good at weddings lately.
Good.
I've been killing it. I'm not even really getting that drunk.
Oh, well.
That's just because you're an alcoholic now.
No, I'm not.
No, he's being way better at weddings, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, this is true. Look, you guys were there. We just went to a wedding together and I didn't get drunk.
I was wasted at that wedding.
Well, yeah, of course you were wasted.
Yeah, but it was fine. I was just really happy to see everybody.
Wait, we're still talking about Mike's wedding, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dom, as long as you don't get into a literal fight at my wedding, which is something that has happened with you before,
Okay.
I think I'll call it a win.
That won't happen. I also kind of sort of got in a fight at your house that one time.
Yes, you did.
But what happened is that I was going to fight, but then I was attacked.
Yeah, he wasn't actually the aggressor in that situation.
It's actually way better than I just made it sound, but I'm just gonna leave it there.
And for our audience that is thinking right now, wait, didn't Mike just talk about getting engaged like 20 episodes ago? That seems like an awfully quick turnaround for the actual wedding.
It was
guess
a quick
what?
turnaround.
Yeah, thank you, Nate. That's what I wanted to say. It was quick. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
One of them needed a green card. We won't tell you which.
It took us a little bit longer than 20 weeks to record 20 episodes. And dear audience member, if you hear that and you think that doesn't sound very sustainable for the long-term success of a podcast, I'm going to tell you, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think we're going to be better. We went through a really, really bad patch. I was looking at the recording history, and like there was like 6 months of very poor recording practices.
But don't worry about that now. It's gonna be fine. We're coming at you every week.
I think we're good now. We've been on a roll since like November.
Yeah, we've all changed, and now we're perfect. So don't worry.
But for us, as of recording date, now we're out in the world. We've released. We're running free through the wilderness, saying, "Listen to us. Listen to us."
Some people have listened to us, and maybe some of them were strangers.
Maybe some of them laughed.
Our next real step is to try and grow the audience, and I've been thinking a lot about how to do this.
We should do the ice bucket challenge.
Mike, you're probably immune to the cold, right? You live in Chicago. It's just freezing there in the winter, right?
We're literally getting a named blizzard tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
But
we had snow too, like 3 inches.
On social media, there's this tendency to when you're sort of baiting for engagement, you'll ask really generic questions that people are supposed to respond to. So I wanna try those out on the episode right now. I'm gonna try and remember some actual engagement posts that I saw, and I think this will be a lot of fun.
Audience, how tall do you think each of us are? Rank us.
No, it's not even that good. Okay. Let's start. I'm gonna start with Dom. Hey,
Oh God.
hey Dom, name a robot.
C-3PO.
Yeah, that's a robot. Hey Nate,
That's it.
name a robot.
Sunny from iRobot.
Sure, I'll take your word for it. That's a robot. Hey Zach, name a robot.
Oh, come on. I gotta come up with a good one now. I can't just use another Star Wars one.
You should have already had one. What are you doing?
Well, you're right. I thought he was gonna ask a different question the first time, though.
Yeah, okay, but now you're just... Okay, are you buying time? Are you actually thinking?
I just can't remember the name of the fucking robot in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's a robot. Hey, good job, guys. You just successfully responded to a Twitter engagement bait post that got thousands and thousands of views and retweets and likes. So that's the kind of quality we're shooting for here at Escape the Dungeon.
I can't believe neither of you guys said Cypher. I'm a little hurt.
I know, I thought of that, but only after.
You know what the first thing is that was the first thing I thought of, and then I immediately forgot for the unnamed robot from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He is named, but I
think it's Marvin.
That's it!
So if you're looking for exciting, really thought-provoking questions, follow us on social media. And
I promise you, at least some of them are going to be better than that.
No, they won't. That's the point.
No, I like Nate's one. I want to see
who
they think is the tallest.
Here's another one I saw recently. Hey Dom, name a movie with a woman in it.
Shit.
Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Freaking killed it. Boom.
Okay,
This
let's
is an easy
let's
one.
move on to our game now that we're all experts at social media. Welcome to the Procyon sector, and avast ye scurvy dogs! Crash, Cypher, and Gorpheus have come to the cove, home to the Maelstrom. They seek solace, sanctuary, and a solution to the thorn in their side. The dread pirate, Captain Thorn, that is, who has a vendetta against our favorite hunters. After spending some time making discoveries about mutants, spirits, and threats to cybernetic kind, Crash's old friend the Pirate Queen comes knocking. What could the Banshee possibly want with the crew of the Phoenix 13? The three of you are standing in basically your cargo bay, with the cargo bay doors opened up, and you see the Banshee, the Pirate Queen, the one who is in charge of everything here in the cove, and Crash, an old acquaintance of yours. She's a rather strikingly beautiful woman. She has dark brown skin and bright red hair that is pulled back and tied into lots of intricate braids and buns. And she is wearing like some, piratey combat armor stuff, but also just
Nice.
but also just you like my descriptions.
Yeah, it was really good.
But also like she's decked out in jewels, necklaces, rings, bracelets, anklets, brooches, all the various booty and treasure that you are certain she has acquired in her time as the Pirate Queen. And anyone else, you see this ostentatious display of wealth, you might think that they're being foolish. They're just being asked. They're just asking to be robbed. But that is not something that the Pirate Queen is afraid of by the way she holds herself. And she says, "Long time no see, Jordan."
My lady! Well, welcome aboard.
My lady, please.
Well, what, your highness? What?
Your Grace! Do we bow?
Crash, I will give you one more chance not to make a fool of yourself in my presence.
Well, of course, absolutely. I'd never make a fool of myself on purpose.
And she smiles at that, and she looks to Gorpheus and Cypher. Alonda Ryle, this is my space station you find yourself in.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Miss Alonda, the Pirate Queen, mistress, ma'am.
What's up? I'm Cypher, the greatest pilot in the galaxy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Cypher. And she has a wry smile on her face. Good to know that one person on this crew knows how to greet someone like a human being.
Look, I wasn't sure how you were going to feel after seeing me after, the last time, so... I
don't greet anyone properly, so...
I've gathered that.
Oh.
In our brief interactions.
Wow. Well, that makes me feel a certain sadness.
You're just trying to, put yourself down so she would compliment you? Gorpheus, you're better than that.
Yeah, you know what? I am better than that. You're right, Cypher. I gotta really dig in.
I know we're in the, presence of space royalty, but come on, man. You're also on the Phoenix 13 crew. We're one of the greatest bounty hunter crews in the galaxy.
We are pretty awesome.
No, I guess you're right.
You remember we were stopped by 2 pirate ships and, remember how we just were like, oh, they aren't gonna steal our money, and then we just blew them up.
Well, let's not talk about the pirate ships right now.
Do the three of you usually just inanely banter with each other in front of someone else?
Yes?
No, that doesn't sound like us.
Sometimes.
If they're rude, they try to join in.
Jordan, would you care to explain what you are doing here?
Well, you, did tell me that I should take care of business, so I came over here to, and I dramatically wink, take care of business.
What do you think that wink just meant?
Well, you want me to kill that pirate that's after us, don't you?
Dude, we're gonna get implicated. You can't say that. Dude, I mean, obviously, wink.
Dude, we can't do that here, though. Like, remember, this is pirate space station. It's safe. We can't do that here.
No, yeah, but we have to kidnap him, obviously. I know that.
Oh, okay, that was the plan?
Space Jesus Christ, Jordan. I sent you that message to let you know that a very angry, very powerful man has been talking about you. And talking about you in a way that frankly annoys me. Not because it's about you, but because it takes so much of my precious time. You were a friend once, and that's why I'm here.
You want him to stop talking about it, right? I just figured... And I make that, slash neck motion.
She rolls her eyes. I want you to handle your problem with Thorn, whatever that might be for you. If you go after him to try and take out one of my lieutenants because you think that's what I want, and you wind up dead for it, she shrugs her shoulders. I guess that fixes my problem either way.
Huh. I did think it was a little weird you wanted me to kill one of your lieutenants.
So you are okay with us doing it, though, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting.
Like, I'm getting that she's cool with it, but, also, seems she thinks it's a bad idea.
She thinks we won't pull it off, obviously, but she's always doubted me, and I think I've probably exceeded the odds.
I think I've summed you up pretty accurately in our relationship up to this point, Crash.
Look, we'll fly by and talk to him, and hopefully, if he is a reasonable man, then we won't have to kill him.
But if he demands so much as a single credit from us...
Yeah, that's not gonna work. See, they were trying to shake us down. It wasn't our fault. You know how it goes. If some other random pirates that weren't, working for you tried to shake you down, what would you do? Steal their ships and kill them all. That's just what we did.
I don't have a problem with what you did. I have a problem that you are making my life more inconvenient right now.
All right, I understand how it is. We'll go talk to the guy, and if he's reasonable, we'll, won't have to steal his ship and blow him up.
But if he's not, it's fine. We can, we've done that.
But just so you know, we might have to do that. But it's definitely not the priority. I'd rather, honestly, look, it's really cool doing it once, but twice, it's like, you're almost just showing off.
Handle it however you see fit. Thorn is valuable to me, but not so valuable that I would hold his absence against you. But just know what you're getting into.
I really appreciate that about you. So you want to join us for a drink?
You think you can keep up with me?
I've been practicing.
She smirks. Yeah, you guys each have one more downtime activity that you can spend. If you would like to spend a downtime activity, perhaps hanging out with Alonda the Banshee Ryle, that's something that you can try to do.
Oh, well, I feel like I have to. I should go get my injured hand fixed, but instead I'm gonna hang out with Yolanda.
Alonda.
I'm sorry, Alonda.
Yeah, what do you want to do with her?
Obviously, we just agreed to have a drink off. So I guess I probably am indulging my vices again. So hopefully I roll low, guys, or we're going into debt again.
Okay, so yeah, you head to Alonda's favorite bar on the Cove.
Drinks on you, right?
Sure, for old time's sake. And you go to this place that has like an octopus-like Xeno bartender who's got a dozen tentacles that he's pouring drinks with, and stretching them out across the entire place to serve everybody. And this is a rowdy bar. This is the kind of place where you'd be surprised if a knife didn't get pulled on you at some point tonight. But as Alonda walks in, all the pirates here just let out a blood-curdling scream, but it seems like it's celebratory. And she, waves her hand in dismissal, a wry smile on her face. And she says, enough. It's the Banshee who's supposed to scream. And she hops up on a table and she lets out a horrible scream herself. And the entire bar erupts into cheers and people start putting drinks and everything in front of you.
All right. I should hang out with the Pirate Queen more often.
And as you start, drinking with her, getting into a drinking competition, let's get an indulge vice roll.
Oh, that's a 3, which puts me over the edge.
Oh, no.
By 1.
So for the second time this campaign, Crash overindulges in his vice of pleasure. You just have too much fun partying with the Banshee, and you are getting just absolutely trashed, but she seems barely affected at all by the grog that you are chugging down.
I swear they're pouring different for you. This is ridiculous. He must be spiking them.
And you have a choice now to make, Zach. You have to choose one of these 3 consequences for overindulging. Rash actions reduce your stash by 4, or if you can't or won't, you take 2 debt. That's what happened to you before with Sylvester. Big talk, brag about your exploits, you gain 2 heat in the current system. Or, my favorite, and maybe the one I would encourage you to think about, Lost. Your character vanishes for a few weeks. Play a different character until this one returns.
Oh, God.
Do it.
All right.
Oh, my
Maybe
God.
maybe something to think about. When your character returns, they've also healed any harm they had.
Oh, beautiful. I have 2 harms. But one of them you're not going to let me heal.
If you want to get lost, I will say that something weird and mystical happens to Crash that can solve that little ghostly hand problem.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of the ghost hand. We like the ghost hand. He's our new friend.
You know what? You're right. Don't get rid of the ghost hand yet. I don't know. I feel like it would be ridiculous. I don't know. We'll think about it. But it's the second time, and I'm stuck in the pirate thing. It does make sense. I guess I should probably go missing for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Now I need to think of another character. Damn.
Oh my God.
Zach,
What are we
oh
gonna
my
do?
God, we have to pick up a pirate and find Crash.
I know. Yeah, you guys have to pick up a pirate. I have to think of a character really quick. Do some stuff with them.
I wonder if that's gonna change your plans for whatever you are gonna do next. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
What the
I love it.
Fuck.
I know. I mean, it had to.
Gorpheus and Cypher, you guys go out, after Crash leaves with the Banshee. You go out and you do your own downtime stuff. We'll get to that in a second. But when you come back from whatever it is you do, you wait and you wait and you wait, and Captain Crash Jordan doesn't return after days. And you're starting to realize that something may have happened to him. But we'll come back to that in a little bit. In the meantime, the two of you each have another downtime activity you can do.
Okay. I think first things first. Cypher's feeling good. They won some money last night. So first things first. Cypher is going to take out most of their savings.
How much do you have in your stash?
I have 5 in my stash. I'm going to take 4 of that out to get to 2 cred.
I mean, how that works narratively is Cypher has to just liquidate a ton of the stuff that they have. You're pawning your valuables and emptying now any of your accounts for pennies on the dollar, and you're able to get some spendable cash, but basically everything you had saved from all your jobs up until this point is now gone.
Okay. Cypher sells all their Bitcoin.
All your monkey JPEGs.
And takes the 2 cred from the ship, and we are in the Mecca of pirates. Cypher goes to purchase some particle cannons.
Okay, yeah. The cost is 6 cred. 6 cred for that. You've got 6?
Yes.
Okay.
With taking out all of my life savings, selling all of my precious JPEGs. I grabbed 2. I already had 2, and I steal the remaining 2 from the crew. So the Phoenix 13 is flat broke. But it doesn't matter. Cypher knows our captain has some cash right now. We can deal with this. We can deal with being broke, and we're in the perfect place to buy some illegal particle cannons for the Phoenix 13. Get them installed.
That is a good point, Nate, and I was going to make it myself, is that the particle cannons are illegal without a license. And the question is, do you have a license?
And we're not going to get a license.
Yeah, we do not have a license.
For sure we don't. We're in a pirate world, so...
we might have picked up paperwork for it, but we didn't.
They're definitely not going to ask us for a license to install.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. The issue is not getting it installed here. The issue would be having it elsewhere in the galaxy.
We're gonna, make them discreet, right?
No, we'll get a fake ID or something. We'll figure it out.
Oh, these are the silenced particle cannons.
They've got giant
No. When we
silencers on
shoot
the end.
them, obviously people will know. But just looking at us, they might not know.
I respect your thought, but Cypher is doing this without asking the crew. These are not discreet.
That's fair.
They look fucking badass.
I'm sorry, Zach, but I don't know that I think there's a way to discreetly install particle cannons on a refurbished taxi / tow truck that has been turned into a bounty hunting starship. I think...
You know what? That's fair.
I think they're going to stand out.
I think we crossed the line. So yeah, Cypher gets these purchased. They look like these giant, just cannons, welded onto the side of the ship, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they look like.
Just completely different metal from the ship. Completely, they look way newer, but still not brand new.
Yeah, and it's not even like a good welding job. Like,
No,
they look
you can very
kind
much
of
see
crooked.
yeah,
Wow.
kind of cross-eyed. Like whoever welded these on was kind of drunk. So yeah, I think Cypher's gonna do that first.
Okay, I am gonna mark particle cannons on the Phoenix 13's character sheet. You now have actual weaponry and not just grappling hooks. Probably come in handy next time you get into a space fight.
Yeah, no, it's good timing.
Honestly, I think what Cypher does with the rest of their downtime is just go to the VR room and train. And I think the training kind of looks like one of those, like run and gun old school games where like it just doesn't stop moving and you just move the guns around, and is just practicing to fire off these new particle cannons. They're very excited.
Yeah, so you are going to train. I'm guessing that's prowess that you're training.
Yeah, it's gonna be a prowess train.
Yeah, so you can mark 2 segments of your prowess XP track.
Yep. Oh, and while we're talking about Cypher, I don't know if I actually talked about the trauma I picked last week.
Yeah, touch on that.
So Cypher has 2 traumas now. So they started with reckless and are now unstable. And we'll
Great
see
combination.
what else happens to our favorite greatest pilot in the galaxy.
And just to be fair to you about that, Nate, what the book says about the trauma is that you are free to roleplay those as much or as little as you want. You don't have to play Cypher any differently than you have been now that you are unstable. But I think you want to, if I'm just guessing.
I think it will be not quite as apparent as the recklessness. I have thoughts on what unstable means for Cypher's current state.
Cool. I'm excited to see that play out on the next job. Let's jump over to Gorpheus. What does Gorpheus want to do with his second downtime activity?
Gorpheus is gonna try to fix his crystal.
Yeah, you've got a damaged green crystal embedded in your chest. And as you examine it and try and use the way, you realize that your connection to the way has been somewhat damaged or disrupted by the crack in this crystal.
Can I roll to try to heal it?
You can. This is more of a mystical harm than a physical one for you. So you were going to use the same base rules for this, but rather than doing a doctor roll, if you want to heal yourself, this would be an attune roll, which I think is probably better for you.
Yeah, no, this is way better. I do gotta say, though, generally speaking, not like in love with my choice to go with doctor. But let's go. Attune.
Yeah, you haven't used it much, have you?
Yeah, it doesn't come up as much as you'd think. I kind of thought we'd be getting hurt a lot more.
I'm a robot.
Yeah, I mean, that came up too. I didn't really think about that.
So you are going to try and do this yourself, right? You are not going to go and try and find someone.
Abso-freaking-lutely. You think I'm going to let a bunch of pirates take a look at my magic crystal? No way.
Crash did meet a member of your species who was a trader in strange antiquities and artifacts, but I guess you
No,
don't have
right.
the chance to go to that anymore.
Did he mention it when we talked at the end of last episode?
I don't think so. I think he just mentioned his hand.
God damn it. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I am rolling. I don't do anything with these rolls, right? I just throw them out.
So you are going to take one stress, I believe. Yes, one stress to treat your own harm. And then you are going to make a attune roll for this.
I rolled a 6.
Fantastic. So you are going to clear any level 1 harm that you have. I'm not sure if you have any at this point.
I do not.
And you will start a 6-segment clock for your recovery clock, and you will mark off 3 segments of that. If you would like to pay 1 cred, you can upgrade that to a critical success and mark 5 segments off of that.
Ooh. Can I sell a bunch of my assets to retrieve a cred?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the time to be broke, right?
Yeah, you guys are emptying your accounts. The Phoenix 13 is going to be, spotless and empty.
Yeah, I just think it's really funny that we're going to be broke as shit and then our captain disappeared. So I think it has to be the move. And I want to get this healed. So
Take out 2 stash for every 1 cred that you want. And then you can do whatever you want with it.
you know what? Instead of turning that into a critical success, critical success, can I just pay a cred to take another downtime activity to try to heal myself again?
Yeah, you can do that as well.
I mean, I think that you made the right call there, because you're rolling 3 dice.
Okay. Yeah, it was a baller move. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. This is what ballers do. Fuck me. It was 5.
5. That'll be 2 more segments, bringing you up to 5 out of 6.
Same outcome. Totally fine. Totally fine. Worth the risk.
Plus an extra stress.
Yeah, plus 1 more stress. Yeah.
All right. That puts me at 5 stress. This is good. We're in a good position.
Do you want to take out your last 2 stash for 1 more cred to upgrade that from a 5 to a 6 and mark that last segment of your healing clock?
Or indulge in your vices instead with that extra cred with an extra thing.
Ooh, that's a good idea. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that cred and indulge in my vice of meditation.
Okay. Just keep in mind that that will leave your healing clock at 5 out of 6. If you take any harm at all during the next job, that completely resets the healing clock.
And I won't have my magic powers. Okay, no, I have to heal it. Fuck it. I'll deal with the stress. I'll figure it out.
Okay. So you spend every last cred you have, everything that you had squirreled away. You and Cypher both just like running around the Phoenix 13, looking for pennies under the couch cushions. Fighting over the last scraps that you can pawn off. But you are able to use your resources to get the time and energy that you require to really focus on the cracked gemstone. And as you meditate on it and you command your diminished powers of the way sort of back into yourself through the gem, the crack seals, but it doesn't look perfect. It's got sort of like a milky white, almost like scar, as if it was flesh that has been left filling up where the crack once was. You no longer take the harm penalty. You have your normal power over the way once again, but you look down at yourself and you see this unforgettable mark of what has happened to you.
So, I think it's been an eventful couple of days. And then as things quiet down, I think one day I see Cypher walking, like, "Hey, Cypher, what? Is Captain Crash dead?"
I thought he was with you.
No, wait, you didn't notice? He's been gone this whole time. Like, I don't think he's been back since he went off with the Pirate Queen.
No, I've been training in this ship.
When you were playing games in the ship?
Did you see the ship?
What did you do to the ship? Did you break the ship?
I got particle cannons.
What? You got particle cannons? That's
Yeah, they
freaking
look
awesome.
huge too. It's great.
That's amazing.
I got a great deal too.
Really? Dude, that's fantastic. You know what? That's so great too. I didn't know you got the license for those things.
I will say, oh, well, that was a little pricier. I did drain all of my funds and all of the ship's funds to get them. All I have left to my name is this really cool NFT of Sasquatch smoking out of a bong. But,
Dude, whatever, man. Oh, okay, you know what? I also went through my savings.
Real Dom getting mad at an NFT joke.
Yeah.
Hey, go to escapethedungeonpod.com to buy our new NFTs. We're getting in on that on May 2024.
Oh yeah, May 29th, 2024.
Absolutely.
The official release of the official Escape the Dungeon NFTs.
We think they're gonna bounce back.
Look, guys, I'm not saying I'm a fan of NFTs. I just think Cypher would be.
No, Nate thinks NFTs are cool.
Dude, it's the future, man.
You got me. I have so many. I've been laundering like mad.
Okay, so I spent all my my creds. So we should probably find Captain Crash because he's got creds.
yeah, it's fine. The captain's got tons of money, so we'll just find Captain and we'll bounce and head to Mem to deal with this magic bullshit.
Okay, seems like a plan.
So last I saw the Captain, he was drinking.
Do you know where he was drinking?
There's a lot of bars here, you know? It's like the Captain's dream.
Yeah, I just thought you might know the one that he went to.
It's just like you turn around, you're drinking somewhere. I saw him drinking everywhere, man. I don't know about you. Every time I left the ship, it was somewhere new.
No, man, I didn't really leave the ship all that much after.
And you didn't hear the cannons being attached.
I get it. You got cannons. You got cannons. That's a good thing. You know what? I was really into my thing, okay? No, yeah, it doesn't make sense. I got that.
All right. I wasn't judging you, man. All right, we'll look around, find the Captain, be out.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just split up. We'll go to bars, and we'll just meet up.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. So we split up and go to bars.
Cue a montage of
Definitely a montage.
Cypher and Gorpheus at a ton of different themed bars, just describing the captain at each of them.
Well, yeah, and I mean, Cypher, the first one you get to is a barcade. And I think that one, Cypher is at risk of being lost to.
Cypher rolls to see if he actually spends time looking for the captain.
Yeah, I just couldn't find him.
We get a montage of the two of you going around the cove. You go to a tiki bar, and you go to a board game bar, and you go to a biker bar, and all.
And naturally, every single time when you ask them if he was there, they say, "Yeah, he was here a couple days ago."
Yeah, and I do think it's the fact that almost everybody says yeah and points you in a different direction until you're just going in circles. And eventually you two wind up at the same bar. Just a real skeevy, sleazy place where, there's one flickering light bulb that sort of hangs from a exposed wire in the middle of the room. That alternates light and darkness in this place is just the most piratey of pirates sit silently at the bar and drink.
Oh, this place is pretty homey.
And as you're looking around there, this is the last place in the entire station that you've been to, and still no definitive sign of Crash Jordan. You bump into the Banshee.
Oh!
And she says, "Oh, Cypher, Gorpheus,
Miss Banshee?
where's your little friend?"
We were hoping you knew. Have you seen the captain?
Not since the night we went out and he lost the drinking contest against me.
Huh, that's not good.
Huh. Yeah, that's not good.
He held his own, I'll give him some credit, but you have to wake up pretty early in the morning to outdrink the Banshee.
Have you, by any chance, seen Thorn recently?
Not in person, not for a few weeks. He comes and goes.
Has he been complaining about the captain or anything lately?
Well, we know that he has. I was just wondering if he had showed up on the station.
No, I meant like the past couple days.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I do think he's been pleasantly quiet on the subject
Shit.
in the past few days.
Should we send like a text?
We have our channels. I don't think he's in the system anymore. I think he's got a place on injury that he likes to check in on, some business interests, and he's got a friend of his who has a little speakeasy, a little saloon that he enjoys. I think he mentioned that he was heading there.
Cool. Now, Miss Banshee, I'll be honest, you're probably the coolest person Crash has ever introduced us to.
That's true, yes.
So,
I
yeah.
am.
No, definitely.
I know. Yeah, for sure, right? This is gonna be an awkward question for you. We didn't, get introduced in the best way, but I was just wondering, do you, by chance, totally non-related?
You were introduced fine. He was introduced in not the best way.
Yeah, totally non-related to the conversations we were having. Do you know anyone on this space station who doesn't particularly like Thorn?
Ha! Spit in any direction and you'll likely land on somebody who isn't too pleased with Thorn. He's respected and feared, but well-liked? No.
Is anyone cool? Is there any particularly cool cats that don't like him, but are pretty chill guys otherwise?
She raises an eyebrow and then smiles. And she says, "You know what? If the two of you are dead set on this, maybe I do have someone in mind."
Let's go. All right. This is great. You know what? I thought this was going to be a whole thing, but, we'll just swing by. This is great. We got this, Cypher. That was a good idea.
Thanks.
And so, Zach, where do you think the Banshee takes Cypher and Gorpheus to introduce them to this new character?
Either he'll be hanging out in either a shipyard or in one of the bars.
I like a shipyard. Yeah, so the Banshee takes you... We spent a lot of time at bars this episode.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Change the scenery.
Talking about how drunk Dom gets and...
Shut up.
And Nate's budding cocaine habits.
The Banshee takes you to the central shipyard of the Cove, where even her crown jewel ship is parked. Alonda takes you to the central harbor, shipyard, whatever you want to call it, whatever the correct space term is, of the Cove. And, of course, the first thing you see is the Nightbreaker, the capital ship, the crown jewel of the Maelstrom's fleet, and the Banshee's personal vehicle. And I think she takes you to the Nightbreaker, and you walk aboard this beautiful, stunning, state-of-the-art battleship, and down into the bowels of the ship's inner workings. It's, all pipes and wires and steam valves, gauges that read, random numbers. And you get into the depths of this, and there is a figure working on the machinery.
Fucking... Yeah, who are you? Get out of here. Oh, hey, how you doing, Alana?
She nods and she says, I'd be doing a lot better if you could tell me that the repairs that need to be done are finished.
It's shit machinery. What can I tell you?
You're calling my ship shit machinery.
No. The parts I gotta work with. Those broken up, half-destroyed engines that you're bringing in and making me salvage things for. It's nowhere near the quality of what I'm trying to replace.
I've been told that you can make the best out of the worst. Is that no longer the case?
Look, I could get it working, and I could get it working better than almost any other ship in the sector. But I don't know if I could get it as good as it was when it was brand spanking new.
She turns. This is Cypher, and this is Gorpheus.
Gorpheus! This is the guys that installed our particle cannons! We were drinking together at the arcade bar, partying a little bit, and he was like, I could install those things with my eyes closed. And he did! It was incredible!
Greatest pilot in the galaxy!
Hey, how you doing? This is the greatest mechanic in the galaxy! Soon to be trademarked. We're waiting on a couple filings.
Yeah, I know this guy. Who's your friend?
This is Gorpheus.
Yeah, I'm Gorpheus. I'm sort of his space wizard friend.
A space wizard, huh? Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Top 5 for sure.
I do my best.
So what's with the, he points to your third arm.
Oh, that's an arm.
Ah. You just come with 3 of them then, huh?
Oh, yeah. I think it's super weird and kind of gross that you guys don't, but,
Let's pause real quick. Zach, do you want to introduce your new character?
Yeah, so he's this, short and kind of stout, dwarf looking, like a fantasy dwarf basically looking dude, with short cropped goatee.
Nice.
Wearing a classic mechanics jumpsuit, blue.
Covered in grease, I'm assuming?
Absolutely.
And what is this character's name?
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah, he's got a last name too, I'm sure, but I haven't gotten that far. But his first name's Jerry. It's actually something complicated and alien, but, it's hard to pronounce, so he goes by Jerry.
Okay, yeah, Jerry's easier. I like Jerry.
We'll say, to spiff it up, sci-fi it up a bit. That is spelled Gjaearii.
That sounds great. I hope you wrote that down because I already forgot how that's spelled.
It's okay, we have it recorded.
That's true. Nice. Anyway, Gorpheus, nice to meet you. My name's Jerry.
Yeah. This is great. So here's the thing. We heard that you're a pretty cool, chill guy, and that you maybe don't super like Captain Thorne.
Ah, yeah. Fuck that guy.
I think we're gonna go kill him if you want to join.
You know what? I do have a lot of work to do, but hey, I suppose if the Pirate Queen brought you over to me, it'd be insulting to say no.
Jerry, you are free to do as you see fit. That is nothing if not the promise of the Cove. Just keep in mind, these fine folks are, and she gives him a knowing look, friends of Captain Crash Jordan.
Oh, you guys are friends of Captain Crash, huh?
Yeah, he's our captain. We're currently his crew, to be honest.
That guy's got quite the reputation around here. Well, he's a captain now, huh? Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's a captain. Yeah, he might have got abducted or something, we think, so we figured we're gonna go.
Classic Crash, am I right?
Very much so.
What is that, the fifth time? At least.
Well, this is kind of new for me. I don't usually I think I was there one time, but honestly, we was gone a week and it wasn't that bad.
I've seen the captain be captured about 6 times. But it happened a lot more before Gorpheus joined, let me tell you. We got into some wild shenanigans.
Well, it's been at least 4 or 5 times around here, so let's call it an even 24.
Wow, he really needs to work on that, huh?
I think it's the drinking.
And the Banshee just says, use your best judgment, the 3 of you. And good luck with whatever you choose.
All right. So, look, I was thinking maybe we should strap a bomb on his ship and just blow it up. Wait, you guys are really, really serious about getting Crash back?
Yeah, that's
right?
the main part.
It's super important.
That's the main bit. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, probably.
Sci-fi.
I think we need the captain.
Well, all right. Then I guess we'll have to sneak on before we blow up the ship.
Okay, sounds like a plan. We've done that before.
I like this guy. Jerry, my man. Are you ready to try out these particle cannons?
Oh, you think this is going to be the first time I've tried those out?
Of course not.
And I would like to, from here, cut over to a different scene where Captain Crash Jordan is barely awake, barely conscious, certainly still drunk, and realizes that his hands are bound in manacles.
Ugh.
There is a strange smell in the air. It's industrial and smoggy, and everything around him looks like it is covered in dust and grime. There's a sound as if it's raining nearby, though Crash is indoors.
Huh. Well, this doesn't look like a sex dungeon.
And he looks around and sees a figure sitting in a chair opposite him. An older man, human, shaved head, wearing battle armor, and strange mechanical spikes protrude out from his skin like thorns on a vine. And those spikes begin to glow red in malicious anger as this figure stares at the captured captain. And we will have to find out what Captain Jordan's fate is next time on Escape the Dungeon. Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Nitter. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.